Hi, and welcome to the Prep Rally Show, brought to you by the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. I'm Chip Souza. So it was a long time in coming, but we finally have sports again. But for a while, we weren't sure when sports would return during the COVID-19 pandemic, but they are back, and we hope they are here to stay. So prep football started its regular season across the region last week with games on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And we're going to start in Springdale, where Shiloh Christian hosted Pea Ridge on Friday in the Apex Physical Therapy Game of the Week. Shiloh Christian sophomore quarterback Eli Wisdom, he led the Saints to a 47-14 win in his first varsity start, rushing for 131 yards and 1 touchdown, then firing an 18-yard touchdown pass in the Saints' win. Shiloh Christian coach Jeff Conway was pleased with his team's performance after the game.
I felt like in all three phases our team flied around and executed fairly well for the first game of a really unique and odd season, not having spring and summer.
Right.
There were a lot of mistakes, there were a lot of penalties, but to be able to win the way we did, I was very pleased with how we executed.
If you were to kind of assess where you guys are right now, a lot of coaches have been saying we feel like we're maybe in the second week of spring ball. Where do you kind of think you guys are?
Well, I'm pleased. I'm not satisfied. I'm pleased with where we're at because we were able to do the most important things, and that is block, tackle, throw, catch, for the most part, protect the football, and execute on special teams. And so I know it was not perfect, but it never is. It doesn't matter if you have a normal spring and summer. But overall, very pleased. I felt like our guys executed really well, facing some obstacles.
Down in the River Valley, Fort Smith Northside made it 5 straight wins in the Battle of Rogers Avenue with the 35-7 win against Southside on Thursday. Now, this was the first prep football game played in the state. Last Thursday over at Mayo Thompson Stadium, Northside quarterback Graydon Norwood, now he is verbally committed to Texas A&M as a defensive back, but he is the quarterback at Northside. He passed for 200 yards and rushed for a pair of touchdowns in the first half to help lead the Grizzlies to their big win. Staying in the River Valley, on Friday, Van Buren hosted Springdale High, and do-it-all senior Jaden Henry helped the Pointers to a 48-28 win. In this game, he had a 98-yard kickoff return, caught a 62-yard touchdown pass from Gary Phillips, and the Pointers rolled to the big win. Our Cassius Williamson, he caught up with Henry in this week's River Valley Report.
What's up, River Valley? This is Cassius Williamson here with the River Valley Report. To my left, I got Jaden Henry, senior receiver / defensive back for the Van Buren Pointers, and I'm going to ask him a few questions about last night's game. Jaden, last night you had a 98-yard return. When you were on the 2-yard line and they kicked the ball to you, what was going through your mind when you caught it?
Well, I caught the ball, and we actually switched our return up. We went to a new return that we just installed, and so I just trusted our guys, and I followed what our coach told me to do. I went, ran up, and found a hole, cut it back, and then I knew when I had a one-on-one, it was over with.
Last night at halftime, you were winning 16-27. To start the fourth quarter, you were losing 28-27. Discuss how you and your team were able to fight through adversity to get the win last night.
Well, I challenged our guys. After halftime. I just said, hey, well, I know everybody's tired, but we got to push through. If we want to be something special, if we want to do what we believe that we can this year, then it starts right here, it starts tonight. So they answered the bell. They answered the challenge to play for the dude to the left and to the right of them instead of worrying about themselves and their own pain and suffering and their tiredness.
Cassius Williamson with the River Valley Report, and I'm out.
So this week we move into week 2 with a full slate of games across the region. Our Apex Physical Therapy Game of the Week this week moves to Fayetteville as the Purple Dogs host Oklahoma Power Owasso. The Bulldogs are coming in off a season opening loss to Conway and will be looking to get back on track at Harmon Stadium on Friday night. I want to talk about a couple of new sections that debuted last week in the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette in the sports department that we started on Friday with our prep rally preview. Now, this is a wrap. We'll have this every Friday during the season, and the section will include a cover story, Rick Fire's prediction column, previews from around the region, and the Hootens.com rankings and predictions. So you'll want to be sure and check that out every Friday, both in print and online at nwaonline.com. And of course, we will continue to recap all of our Friday night coverage in the Saturday Prep Rally Review section. That will include recaps, photos from our award-winning photographers, box scores, everything you'd want to know. Now, if you would like to purchase any of those photos from our photo gallery, you can do that online at nwaonline.com. And here's a look at some of the great photos that our photo staff got during last week's sports action. And for more on prep sports, catch our Prep Rally podcast each week as we bring in guests for our podcast and we talk about all things sports throughout our coverage area. That's it for this week's Prep Rally video show. And a reminder, mask up, follow social distancing guidelines, do it for the kids, do it for the coaches. It doesn't matter who you do it for, just do it. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.